With me is the brand new 2023 Subaru Solterra. This is going to be Subaru's very first EV SUV, and it's still going to have symmetrical all-wheel drive and off-road capability, just like the Outback and others in the family. Now, because this is meant to go off-road, the Solterra has 8.6 inches of ground clearance, which is among the highest for this class. You also do have really nice, unique looking 20-inch wheels. Yeah, these are actually 20-inch wheels, and I like how they're actually alloy wheels and not just the cover. Actually does make this look a lot better. And also you could see the matte cladding that's flowing from the bottom cover all the way to the side. That way you don't have to worry about scratches. You don't have to worry about hitting against trees while you're going off-road. Of course, there's an EV charging port over here up front. That's pretty standard. This reminds me of a RAV4. This looks like a RAV4 to me, but you do have this really cool looking setup for the tail lamps, you know, LED obviously. And let's look inside here. Hey, a decent sized trunk. It's nice and wide, definitely wide enough for a golf bag. Nice and wide, pretty deep, and of course you can fold down the second row to generate more cargo room. But I would say this is comparable to Outback, maybe a little bit, slightly smaller than Outback, but still a good amount of room. Underneath, a lot more black cladding, right? And of course, no exhaust tips, of course, because this is a EV car. Now, let's go inside. Pretty good interior room inside. Second row, man, massive amount of leg room, a lot more than I expected, a good amount of headroom, and you do have heated seats and a couple of USB ports over here as well, and a couple of vents. Inside the Solterra, you have a nice large screen over here, over 12 inches wide, and then you do have a smaller one over here that replaces your gauge cluster. It's a little bit indented inwards, so you do have to get used to that. And also, just sitting here, I could see how the steering wheel kind of blocks the view of that. So you do have to get used to that. And it's weird that there's so much space here. It makes you want to put something here to block that. So yeah, that's how it looks like. The steering wheel is pretty standard, although I could see that the button design is a little bit different and smaller, more round over here. And you still get paddle shifters. Now the shifter over here is a knob style, so this will take getting used to. And everything else here is pretty standard. Wireless charger over here, cup holders, you know, some storage space over here. As for range, this Solterra gets around 220 miles of range per charge and roughly around 215 horsepower, in case you're curious. So in terms of range and horsepower, it's about middle of the pack. As for pricing, the Solterra is going to be in the mid 30,000 range, so it's a little bit lower than others in this class. Makes it more affordable for people to be able to get into a pure EV car like this. So overall, I think this is going to be a fantastic offering from Subaru.